Hello. Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Hello. Welcome all of you to our new GEG launch today. So I will not be talking much about it, but we have with us Dr. Varia. Hello, Dr. Varia.
Hi.
And we have Dr. Narjeet, who is a leader of GEG Punjab and Amritsar. And myself, Reshma Honap, I am the leader of GEG Pune and Maharashtra. So welcome all of you. Those who are waiting, your wait is over for our new GEG launch. So Mukta, over to you. And we will be at the backstage and let us know when you need us.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, good evening, everyone. I am Mukta Sablok, the founder and leader of GEG Ghaziabad. So, I welcome you all in my today's launch event of GEG Ghaziabad. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's have a session today. We all know that today is Guru Purnima. So I want to start my today's session with the blessings of Almighty and our all gurus. So let's have a little pray about Guru Purnima.
Mukta ma'am, so are we doing a countdown for the launch?
So here we are, the countdown ends and the launch of GEG Ghaziabad. I want everybody to please come on the stage. Please, Reshma ma'am.
Congratulations, Mukta. Congratulations to
Thank
you.
you, thank you, thank you. And I once again welcome everyone present here who has joined me for my launch session of GEG Ghaziabad. So, just to congratulate everyone, just a small token of congratulations.
Yes, Mukta ma'am, just a request.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
plug out your headphones so that we can hear the voice of the video. Oh, you, okay, I thought it's a video. Wonderful, wonderful. It looks great.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mukta ma'am, on this auspicious launch of GEG Ghaziabad on today's date, especially on Guru Purnima Day. Hearty congratulations to you. And we wish
Thank
that
you.
GEG Ghaziabad proves to be a uh, good guru to all the members of the Ghaziabad community as well as all other GEGs of India.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thanks a
many
lot, sir.
congratulations. Many congratulations, Mukta ma'am. It is I would say it's a new chapter that you are going to begin, and this chapter is going to keep you quite busy, right? So be ready for that as well. And it is going to be a very, very exciting journey, I must tell you. It's going to be very exciting. Uh, throughout you are going to be learning, and that learning is going to change your life. I have myself experienced that, and yes, you are also going to be in that sail in the same boat for many many months and years now to come. So many congratulations. Go on, please.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everyone. So, once again, I welcome everyone present here to my GEG launch. I am Mukta Sablok, leader and founder of GEG Ghaziabad, India. I'm a Google certified educator, and I am currently working as a PGT Computer Science in Ellen House Public School, Vasundhara, Ghaziabad. I'm a passionate educator, want to learn more and more as we are working online now. So since last session, we all know that how we have to work, and being a IT person, we have to work more, even more. So I have entered this journey last year September with starting of GG Pune. Reshma ma'am is already here. I welcome everybody who has joined me in this gestures, and uh, that's what my journey started in this ground of Google certification and Google educators group with Reshma ma'am, that Vishal sir, and Narjeet ma'am. And here I am now today launching my own GG chapter, and I'm very excited to have here. So I am now just welcoming Reshma ma'am. Reshma ma'am, please.
Hello. Hello, all of you. Thank you, Mukta. And I am very glad, and I would say GEG Pune is very fortunate to have educators like you joining us. I remember Mukta was one of our first members to join GEG Pune, and she was amazing. She was always ready to help others with her answers, with giving them tips on how to do things. And this is all what is GEG all about. So I am a Google certified trainer, and I am the leader and founder of GEG Pune and Maharashtra. Even if we say a particular city and state, this is how Google designates us to take leadership of a particular area. So I am still a member of GEG Ahmedabad, GEG Punjab, GEG Ghaziabad now, and many more GEGs that will come, because that is a particular forum which helps us learn a lot. I'm also a co-leader at Global GEG. So just like we have our local GEGs, there is a GEG which is comprises of educators all around the world. So I am a part of that as well, and there is a lot of learning always from people in our own educational field from different countries. So welcome all of you, and congratulations, Mukta ma'am, for taking up this initiative to help your own local community with educational tools and Google technology. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Reshma ma'am, and thanks for joining. Now I welcome Dr. Vishal Varia. Sir, please
Yeah.
introduce
Hello.
yourself.
Thank you, Mukta ma'am. Hello, everyone. I'm myself, Dr. Vishal Varia. I am the leader for GG Ahmedabad and Gujarat. And yes, Mukta ma'am is one of the early members of GG Ahmedabad as well. She is with us quite from very beginning. September is the time period where we started the GG chapters in India with GG Pune, followed by GG Ahmedabad, GG Delhi, GG Amritsar, and now we have got GG Ghaziabad. More GGs adding to the list, and we're so happy that the Google Educator community is growing. And yes, this community is all about having all the passionate educators, like-minded people being together and sharing their knowledge and expertise for the development and upgradation of the teachers all around. So it's though it is say GG Ahmedabad, or though it can be GG Ghaziabad, but it is not limited to the region. Anybody can be the member of this community from any part of the world, and I'm sure GG Ghaziabad is going to have very good professional development sessions in future. And Mukta ma'am is one of the very good mentor herself. We have had many sessions of hers in GG Ahmedabad, and she is a wonderful person to learn from, and a worthwhile leader for GG Ghaziabad. So Mukta ma'am, congratulations to you, and let's
Thanks a
begin the
lot, sir.
journey with GG Ghaziabad. Yeah,
Thanks a
thank you.
lot, sir. Now I have Dr. Narjeet. Ma'am, please introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mukta ma'am. I am Dr. Narjeet. I'm a Google certified trainer and founder and leader for GEG Punjab and Amritsar. And my association my GEG is very new, but my association with GEG is goes back to September when I joined Reshma. Later, I joined Vishal sir, and really, I would like to take this platform again to thank them both to have given me this kind of an insight into what all can be done with the educators, what all the educators can do to make the exciting changes in the field of education, especially technology, and especially in the last 2 years when we were home. When we started with the lockdown and we started with online, these things seemed to be something of a mammoth task. But as we moved forward, we found that there were super duper apps from Google, and Google was there for the support of educators, and it was always there, always, always. So these GEGs and mine, and now Mukta ma'am's, I really hope that we are really, really going to go a long way, and soon we shall be having tons and tons of more GEGs joining us and making India so proud of the superb educators that India has. So many congratulations, Mukta ma'am. Many, many congratulations, and hope you have a very good journey and hope you have a very successful journey ahead. Thank
Thanks,
you.
thanks, thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks for joining us. Now, as we go ahead, I would like to tell you a brief about what we will be covering today in today's session. So, here are our agendas. First of all, we would be telling you what are GEGs, what do you mean by Google Workspace, our Google for Education, some of the web tools we will be informing you, telling you how to work about it, and an interactive Jamboard session. That's an interactive session on which you can use in your daily life while taking online classes. So, as we all know that online classes every day we are facing lots of things key to learn to get students engaged. So here we are having you these sessions, and I hope I'll be able to manage and give you best what I have learned so far and learning so far, so that you can make your classes interactive. And uh, af- after the Jamboard session, we will be explaining you what about Google certifications, like how to get about it. So let's start our sessions with what are GEGs, and I would request Dr. Vishal Varia to take over and just please explain the gathering that what are GEGs. Dr. Vishal.
Yeah, thank you, Mukta ma'am. So as the name goes, GEG, ma'am, you can continue keeping your slide. We can just continue with your slides. You can go with the next slide.
Fine, sir. Fine.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. So as we talk about GEG, as the name implies, GEG stands for Google Educator Groups, and Google Educator Groups are independently run communities of educators that are they are willing to share, inspire, and empower each other. So Google Educator Groups is all about collaboration, sharing their knowledge and expertise or learning with each other. The leader is just a mark to say that yes, the person is managing this particular group or this GEG, but actually there is no such escalations or there is no such hierarchy in the GEG groups. Everyone is free to share their knowledge. Everyone is free. It's about learning from each other. So talking about GEGs. I have been a Google certified educator since 2017, and since 2017, I've been looking for GEGs in India. At that time, there were no GEGs in India, and there was no particular group that was having these Google educators. But way back in September 2019, that we started September 2020, which we started with this GEG Pune, and with Pune and Reshma, we all started with the different chapter of GEGs. So GEGs in India are now picking up. We have got plenty of GEGs in India, but the most say hot happening places or most happening GEGs in India are GEG Pune, GEG Ahmedabad, GEG Punjab and Amritsar, Delhi, NCR, and now I'm sure it's going to be GEG Ghaziabad. That is going to be the most happening group again in the total bouquet of GEGs. So GEG stands for Google Educator Groups, and everyone is free to join. It conducts voluntary professional development sessions. Soon, Mukta ma'am would be releasing a schedule with you all that when these sessions would be kept from her part, from her GEG Ghaziabad as well. And there are different, GEG Pune and Ahmedabad have sessions every Saturday. GEG Punjab is having sessions every Friday. GEG Delhi keeps sessions every month. So we have got professional development sessions where we learn from each other, right? We have knowledge we share with people, we like-minded educators, and there are other experts and mentors in the group who share their knowledge and expertise with the community. So it's about collaborating with each other, it's about learning from each other, and it's about growing together. So it's, as we call it, as grow with Google, right? So Google has been very kind in providing very good support to all educators as well as the teaching and learning fraternity in this pandemic situation by providing some free resources, by giving us access to free tools and G Suite tools and all these things. So Google Educator Groups are a worthwhile place to hang on with. You can have all kind of technical solutions like as regards to teaching and learning when it comes to remote teaching learning, right? Whether it be Google Classroom, whether it be connecting sessions to Google Meet, or taking attendance from Google Meet, right? Something like that. How to conduct examinations online, how to give scores online, or how to give scores through the papers that we collect online from students. All these things are a part of learning process. So GEGs are all about empowering the educators, are about sharing the knowledge with the educators, and as a group of like-minded educators and passionate educators who are always willing to learn as well as relearn as well as share and collaborate. So this is all about GEGs. Mukta ma'am, you may please continue with the rest of the session.
Thank you, Sushal sir. Thank you for giving us the knowledge about GEGs. Now I would request Najit ma'am to take over the stage and just tell the persons here about what is Google Workspace. Najit ma'am, please.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Google Workspace. Once again, good evening, everyone, and once again, congratulations, Mukta ma'am. So, Google
Thank you.
Workspace for Education. It's a set of Google tools and services that are actually tailored for schools, especially to collaborate, streamline instructions, and keep learning safe. It is available in many different editions, including free options, paid options, but the most popular option or the most popular edition is Google Workspace for Fundamental Education Fundamentals, which is a suite of tools that can help you increase opportunities for critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. All this while supporting the learning objectives that you have for your students. So these four skills, I hope Mukta ma'am is on with her. Yeah. So these four skills, as we say, are essential for modern students to succeed in school and the workplace. Actually, they make the biggest impact in terms of setting your students apart when applying for, when starting, and when moving on with their not only careers, but I would also say life skills. How they are going to be in their lives is something. So, critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Actually, that is the practice of solving problems among other qualities. In addition to working through problems or solving puzzles and similar activities, critical thinking is one of the most important, I must say, skill for 21st century because it is harder than ever now to verify accurate information. Mostly thanks to net. I'm not saying Google, okay? Just mind you, I'm saying internet. So, mostly critical thinking is something that empowers students to discover the truth in assertions, especially when it comes to separating fact from opinion. So, with critical thinking, the students not only learn a set of facts or figures, instead, what they are learning is how to discover those facts and figures for themselves. They are asking questions, they are getting engaged, they are helping each other also critically, like we are doing in our GEGs, like we are teaching our students to be. So, that is something which is the most important part. Then there is creativity. I would call creativity, I always tell my students, creativity is nothing but critical thinking outside the box, right? So it is treated as like you have it or you do not have it quality with the students. But I believe that creativity can also be embedded. It can also be generated in the children. You know, every artist does, every student doesn't become an artist or a writer. They should be, this is not what creativity is all about, getting to be a writer or getting to be an artist. It means that they should be able to look at a problem from multiple perspectives, including those which others might not see. So that is what creativity is all about. And then it is collaboration, which is one of the most important feature in Google, which attracted millions of people, millions of educators, actually, I should say, to turn to Google tools, because uh, collaboration is very, very important. You realize it or you don't, or students realize it or they don't right now, they're probably going to work with other people for the rest of their lives. So if we teach them collaboration early on, uh, I think that is going to give them some lessons to work in collaboration, to have teamwork, to make them understand how to address a problem, how to pitch solutions, how to decide the best course of action for them. And it is always helpful for them to learn. Actually, not only students, it is always helpful for everybody to learn that other people do not always have the same ideas that they, yeah, that you do or that they do. And with collaboration, what happens is, when you are working in collaboration, their ideas plus your ideas plus pitching in plus teamwork, I think the end result is going to be awesome, actually awesome. So it is, as a teacher, it is very crucial that you encourage students to look at themselves through that second lens. Not only students, yourself as well. I'm always for that. Not only are we teaching the students all these things, we also have to learn it in a new perspective now. Then communication is something that is taken for granted in today's society. After all, you know, if you say something, that means you have conveyed an idea, right? But in the age of text-based communications today, like we're all here with, we are streamyarding, we are having emails, we are having social media, we are having SMS. It has never been more important for us, especially students, to learn how to convey their thoughts in a way that others can understand them. So these tools, they are very, very important. And the best part is, these tools are free, they are ad free, they are reliable, they are secure. Already they are being used by millions of teachers and students in school around the world. Of course, free is great, but the best part is that these tools are relevant to students. They are easy to use, and they open doors to many, many new ways to learn. There are many additions, as I said earlier. Also, for Google Workspace, you can have education fundamentals, which is very popular. Then we have education standard. We have teaching and learning upgrade. Then we have Google Workspace for Education Plus, which is formerly G Suite for Education Enterprise. So they are all paid upgrades. If you want your school to apply for one of them, it is very, very easy. Hop on, go to the mail, apply, reach out to them. Within a day or within, say, hours, they will get back to you. And if you have proper documentation, if you're eligible, then please do go for these kinds of additions for Google's for your schools, right? So every edition of Google Workspace for Education, they include lots and lots of tools. There are so many workspace tools. There is Google Classroom, which is a collaboration tools for teachers and students that help organize and streamline the classroom experience. As I had a session on Google Classroom only yesterday, and the teacher, the one who was presenting, the presenter, she says that it is like a Aladdin ka chirag. You just have to rub it across, and you see how many things it will bring out for you. And she beautifully displayed everything. The tabs she saw, the tabs that she had, the tabs that we have in the classroom, she said, these tabs are like a corridor. You just have to go to corridor to see the notice boards and this and that. I mean, beautifully she just I combined the scenarios from the real classroom to this classroom, and told us how to, and really presented how to create assignments, announcements, things like that. Then there is Google Drive, online hard drive where you can store all your files, your stories, your designs, your drawings, your recordings, your videos, anything. And that you can access all these files from any device. And the best part is, you do not have to save. With a person who generally um, forgets to hit save every time, it was a boon for me, because I did not have to remember that I'm writing, and then I have to check, and then I have to keep on I have to keep on hitting on save button and something. So many blessings from my side to Google for doing that for me. I do not have to remember to save anything as of now. Then there are Google Docs, there are sheets, there are forms, there are slides, there are drawings, many more wonderful tools. Additionally, Google Workspace for Education Fundamental also includes tools that can be used to save your time and increase student engagement, like Gmail, like Calendar, Meet, Sites, Groups. And finally, Google also has other tools outside of this Workspace for Education Fundamentals that can be used in the classroom, with which you may be able to access with some, same username and password is required to access them all. These are consumer products. These are not covered by user Google Workspace for Education Fundamentals, and some of them are like Chrome or YouTube, Google Maps, Google Earth, Blogger. But even if they are not covered, they are awesome tools, awesome teaching tools. You can do anything that you want with these kinds of. They have absolutely advanced features, additional features, and the support center is always there. And yeah, so Google Workspace is one place where from we can do everything that we require, and they are awesome tools. I mean, the tools that are going to guide us, that are going to be with us, and that are going to make our work as educators easier. There are common complaints from educators. One is we don't get time, and second is students are not attentive. So I promise you, use these tools, be there, put it up, explore, find out more. These tools are really going to solve all the problems that you have. They are going to save a lot of time of yours, because the kind of designing and project-based tools that we have, they're awesome. And of course, the children are also going to be engaged when you have a Google, Earth kind of a project that you can give to the children. They are definitely going to be very interested in what you have to teach them, what you have to do them. So yeah, go explore, find out more, and we can come back on these GEGs and discuss. If you have any query, if you are stuck somewhere, if you want to find out more features, whatever you want to do, we are always here. You can contact any one of us. You can contact any GEG, and your queries can be settled in no time. So yeah, this is what magical Google Space Workspace tools are all about. Awesome tools. I love them, and I love Google for everything that it is doing for us. So thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Thanks a lot,
Samantha.
Narjeet. Thanks a ton, Narjeet ma'am. Thanks a lot for telling us, everyone, like more, much things about Google Workspace tools. We are using many of the tools, but still, I would say that we are not exploring it to the limit they have. Yes, Narjeet ma'am. Yes,
Absolutely, absolutely,
so
absolutely.
we are not
Limitless.
using it. We are, yes. So, dear participants, I would just want that please explore, and in our coming sessions, we will be telling you more about these Google tools only. Okay, right now
And
today
guys,
I'll be,
Mukta ma'am, one
yes
more
ma'am,
thing.
yes ma'am,
Google
sure,
Fundamental. Yeah, Google Fundamental for Workspace is free, guys. It's absolutely free. So if you're
yes.
eligible for that, you are going to use that version, that edition, almost free. And these tools are amazing. It actually has changed my perspective of how to be an educator, of how to be an administrator. All my work, and I just have to, within a click, and Drive is one place which I call a second home to me. I have all my work, my designs, my savings, my files, my creativity, everything there. So yeah, go and you can absolutely enjoy working with them, and it's going to make your things easier for you. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So, I just wanted to say that as Najit ma'am has already told us, and we all are using Drive, but there are many much things which we can use in a Drive. It's an online hard drive where we can store any type of files. It's not about Google files only. We can upload any media, any PDF, any Word, Excel, PowerPoint, anything we can store, any type of file we can store in our Drive. I just wanted to show you a little brief of hands-on experience on how Google Drive works. So let's have a look on it. So this is the drive which is associated with my Google account. On the Omnibox, you can type drive.google.com. There are other ways also to open Drive. You can click over these Google apps, which is known as Waffle, and you can search for Drive option and log in into your Drive. So this is, as Najit ma'am has rightly said, this is like our second home, kitchen, like whatever you want to call it out. We have folders, files, we can just keep our everything in proper like folders or proper combinations. We can do n number of things in these drives. Here we have the new option. New option means we can click over the folder. As let's suppose I'm just writing the name demo and it's created. This is just like a folder we are creating into our desktop or our laptops. Now this demo folder is created. Just double click over it. Again, we can go to new file. There are many options you can, if you want to work on Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Forms directly, you can click create a new any of these files here. Google Docs or any of these files directly you can work from here only. Otherwise, if you do not want to make a new file, you can also upload a file by clicking over file upload option. And you're all, let's suppose this is my file and I can upload it here and my image is here. Now, the best part of all these files and all these tools is whether it is Google Docs, whether it is Google Slides, or whether it is Drive, whatever we are opening, you can share it. It's very easy to share your files with anybody, any one of your friend. If I want to share all this, my demo file, to Dr. Narjeet or Reshma ma'am or Dr. Vishal sir, just it's very easy. I can just click over, right click over this demo file, click over the share option, and I'm just clicking over, let's suppose this is Narjeet ma'am's email ID and it's shared. While sharing, you can also give certain permission, as I want ma'am to just view my files, to only comment or to have an editing permission. So while sharing your documents with any of your colleagues, with any of your teachers, or with any of your student, you can give permission as you want it to be. So as let's suppose I'm just giving the editing permission and it's sent. So Narjeet ma'am will get on her mail a notification that I have shared my this demo folder, and while I have shared this demo folder, all the files which are there inside this folder will also be shared with her with the editable permission. That means she can edit any one of my file. So that's the magic of Google Drive. I hope I am making sense and you are just getting how to work on it. You can create any type of file or folder here. There are many options. You can even rename the folder name, or you can change the location. You can even color your this file, change the color so that to make it segregate. Like let's suppose we are just making it class wise folders, so you can make different class folders like this. So that's about Google Drive. We will be exploring it in much detail in our coming sessions, and now let's go ahead with our session. Google Docs, as I've already told you, it's an online word processors tool that offers real-time collaboration. Collaboration, as ma'am has already said, that our students and teachers also nowadays, while working online, it is very, very, very important. As a teacher, we understand what's the meaning of collaboration. Agar hum collaborate nahi karenge, so working from home will really become difficult, and these Google tools have given us very easy options to collaborate. Yes, so it is a word processor tool which gives us very great things of collaboration. Then we have Google Sheets. We all know we are working on sheets, file making, as Dr. Varia has already explained. Sheets are used to organize our attendance sheet. We are every day using sheets for making our attendance sheets, for making our report cards. We will be creating it. It's awesome, and you can also create charts of it, Google Sheet, so that if we are making a report card, or we have made like different marks sheets, so you can see different types of charts, so that students progress can be viewed very, very, very easily and effectively. So we will be exploring it in detail in our coming sessions. Google Slides is again a presentation software. Very, very, very wonderful tool, and we can do lots of collaborative activities online with our students using Google Slides. Next is Google Classroom. Narjeet ma'am has already discussed a lot about Classroom, so I'll not go beyond that about Google Classroom. It's a virtual classroom where we can create, as we all know that from past 2 years we are not actually going to school. So it's a virtual classroom where we can store our notebooks. Students can give any type of, they can upload an image, they can upload any PDFs, we can give them assignments, quick questions, any type of such classrooms. What we are doing, it's a virtual classroom basically, and we can create folders according to the student wise performance. We can collect our works and all that things. Now, as ma'am has already told us, we have Google Tools, Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Meet, Google Groups. We all will be exploring these all in our coming sessions, each in detail: Chrome, YouTube, Google Maps, bloggers. And now comes the most interesting part of today's session, that is how to make our work online attractive and interactive. We are working every day with our students, struggling with how to make them work interactive way while taking our class, and being at a grade 1 child or a 12th grade child. We want to be interactive in our classroom. So this is Jamboard, interactive whiteboard. So we'll have a little bit session on whiteboard just now, an interactive session. I want all of you to participate in that interactive session. So first of all, I'll just tell you how to work on it, and then we will do a little bit of interactive activity, which I feel you will have hands-on experience on it, which you can use from Monday only and during your classes. So let's have a look. So this is Jamboard. When you will click over jamboard.google.com in the address bar of your file, this is logged in with my Gmail ID. You can, if you want to change your login ID, you can change it from here with your profile pic. Then there is a plus sign to open a new jam. We call it a jam, a board, one board. We call it as one jam. The best part is you can click here the name, and you can give, let's suppose I'm just giving the name as Demo GEG Ghaziabad. So this is the name you can give here as your class name, your subject name, your date name. As I am using it, what I am doing it is I'm giving my subject and my date as the topic name. That's the rename. So this is how I am exploring it. You can explore it in other ways. This is an online whiteboard where you and your students can work simultaneously. Isn't it interesting? Yes. So I'll just tell you a little brief about how you can work on it. These are different tools using it. This is a pen where you can just use it as a freehand drawing for small kids. I can write my name like this. I'm not very good in these things, so uh, I think the students, the teachers who are good in art or in handling mouse can very well interact. You can even use your um, interactive pen to write on it. Then we have an eraser, magic eraser. You can erase whatever your students are doing, you can erase on it. We have a sticky note. Now, I am just writing it that this is the name. Let's suppose I'm just writing GEG Ghaziabad. So, while you are giving an interactive activity to your student, you can ask your students to write their name or have their sticky notes. Or as a teacher, if for smaller kids you want to give these sticky notes to your students, you can also give different students different sticky notes. So this is, we can extend it, we can change it, we can edit it, delete it, duplicate it, anything we want to do, we can do it. We can change the color of it, and students really like enjoy working on this. I have actually explored these things in my online classes. This is again a very interesting thing. You can upload any image. So as an interactive activity, you can ask the child to upload any image. To start with, you can ask him to upload their own image, write their name, write. The small kids really enjoyed it, not only small. Last week only I did this activity with my 10th grade students. The first time I shared them Jamboard and they loved it. And they were just exploring the tools, making it colorful, writing something. And at the end, they also wrote with free hand, bye bye, ma'am. We'll meet next day. And we enjoyed. They also wrote this thing. So we can upload any of the files by browsing it. Let's suppose I have Guru Purnima's email ID. You can also search it from online from Google. So we can have it like this. So GEG Ghaziabad has inserted this image, and then we have different circles, shapes, and all that also, which is the students can make it very interestingly. They just make it and work. Different symbols are there, shapes are there to work on it. Isn't it interesting? And the best part is how you share it. Now this is the share button. This is the share button. So I am just sharing. The options for share is the same as we have in Google Drive. I can share it with, as I'm Rachel ma'am, I'm sharing it with you with the editing permission. Remember, if you want your students to do it, you have to give them editing permission. And I'm just sharing it with Dr. Varia and Narjeet ma'am so that they can work on it. I'm just sharing it with one or two more of my friends so that they are just working and I'm giving them the editing permission. Now, you must be thinking, in our class, we don't have the email IDs of our students. Yes, very well. Yes, yes. So, what we can do is we can give a link, open link to the students, and in the chat box, we can give here with the editor permission. Remember, if you want your students to work on it, you have to give the editing permission with them. And this is the link. You have to do the settings that anyone with a link can do. And here is the link, and I have copied it out, and I will be sharing the link with you all so that you can work on it in this Jamboard. And the persons, Reshma ma'am, Narjeet ma'am, Please, if you want to write anything, insert any image or anything, so that the persons present here see that how it works. Thank you. So it's visible that Anubhuti ma'am has joined, Reshma ma'am has joined. So like this, we can work online in our class also.
So, ma'am, you can share the link with the chat, and we can share it with the members
Yes,
here.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am just sharing
Yeah,
it
it will be
now.
nice if everybody can join and pick and let's say Mukta ma'am,
Yes,
if you if you can
yes,
just
yes,
show
ma'am.
us, if you can just show us the next frame that everybody can take up, like click
Yes,
the
yes,
next
yes,
arrow.
yes, yes. We can just click over the next arrow as we see that this page is filled up. And I've shared the link. Uh, Reshma ma'am, I've shared the
Yeah.
link. Please send it across so that.
It's already shared.
It's shared.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So the students, those who will will start joining your class, and you will come to know as they are working. So anything, any picture, any image you want, today's Guru Purnima, if you want to upload on Guru Purnima, anything, please explore it. Explore it, write anything on the Jamboard. Wow, somebody has changed the background color also. That's great. Great.
I know Jamboard is so amazing. Like we all are working on the same Jamboard at the same time. So this is a wonderful tool to start with your classroom, because when students get to do something with the teacher and other students, I think that brings in their a lot of creativity, like just like Narjit ma'am said, creativity, collaboration, and then they all think critically on one particular topic. So teacher can have a nice interactive session on Google Meet, and then she can talk about it. You can have a graph paper as a background and make math interactive, so allowing students to use those shapes. And yeah, it's amazing, even from like I've seen teachers in my school use it with like kindergarten and first grade students, that they just teach them how to use shapes, and they say, okay, only using shapes make a picture. And students come up with such wonderful ways of making a person, a house, and like a lot of creativity comes out like this, I think.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
Yes,
would
really,
yes,
say,
yes.
and I would definitely say, don't hesitate from doing that. You have to stretch the creativity of the child. Sometimes there are teachers who think that, okay, kindergarten, they are too small,
Mm-hmm.
class one is too small, they cannot use it, they won't be able to do it.
Yes.
Don't do that. Always give them a chance, and you will be surprised with what they can make, they can do interactively, they can do on collaboration, they can do with creativity, their creativity, and show you. Just give them a chance to do that. Stretch their horizons, stretch their creativity, and you'll be amazed by the work that they do and give you. So don't hesitate ever. Even if it is a 2 year old, 3 year old, 4 year old, 5 year old, go. This Jamboard is for everyone. So give them a chance, and definitely they are going to
one of
enjoy
the
your class.
one of the interesting sessions that you can take up with Jamboard is that you can take up an online dictation test
Ah,
with
yeah.
Oh,
students.
wow.
So,
Very good.
and
Very,
it's
yes, awesome.
Jamboard is basically, it is a very important tool for engaging your students.
Yes.
If you just show the slides, if you just show the video, the session may become a little boring. But if you take an activity with Jamboard, the students would be interacting with you. They would be happy. They would be seeing, they would be feeling that they are joining the session live with the teacher. So,
Yes.
Jamboard is a very wonderful tool if you can just utilize it in the way it is meant for. Great
Yes.
session, Mukta.
And
Yeah.
the best part is that this, like I have given this name, so it will be saved in my drive. So later on, if you want to show to it anybody, or to share it with the students, you can also, or you to continue in the next class, you can also continue with that Jamboard activity in the next class also, because it's already shared in your drive of your whichever email ID you have logged in. Yes.
Yeah,
So
Mukta
I
ma'am, I
hope,
think there are a lot of
yes,
questions, and I think a full session on Jamboard will be really helpful from your GEG for the
yes,
educators.
sure, sure,
So
sure,
as you
sure,
start
sure,
your
ma'am.
sessions, make sure take a Jamboard session, which I think
Sure, ma'am.
will help a lot of educators answer
Sure,
more questions.
sure, sure, sure. So I hope everybody enjoyed this Jamboard session. So now coming, going ahead with this our session, and we are here now, and I'm calling Reshma ma'am to take over the screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukta ma'am, and it was a great, quick, like a touch through Drive, which is very important for all of us, as well as Jamboard activity, which was great for collaboration and bringing in creativity. Now, talking about Google certifications. Uh, so talking about Google certifications, everybody says that what is all this? So Google has come up with a great pathway for all us educators to get certified directly with Google for Education. So you all know Google has helped us a lot in our classrooms with all these wonderful tools. Now, once you start using these tools, once you start learning these tools, I am sure you will like to distinguish yourself, just like Mukta ma'am did, from all the educators in her school and surroundings by becoming Google Certified Educator Level 1. So, this is a general pathway for all the educators. Google certification, certified educator level 1, it just builds in a lot of confidence in yourself in using all these tools. So as you learn all these tools, you go through a whole curriculum that has been provided for by Google for Education, and then you give a proctored online exam, so which is a 3 hour exam. You have to have a computer, a web camera. It is proctored as a remote proctor, and then that just I have heard teachers talk about how confidence how confident they got after they got certified from Google, that you are capable of using all these tools, and now you're ready to use it in your classroom. So that is Google for Education, Educator Level 1 certification. The second step is getting certified for level 2. So, certified educator level 2. Now, once you are done using the basic use of tools, if you are a super user of all these tools in your classroom, you have explored new ways of how to use all this, you can go and apply and give the examination for level 2. So that level 2 examination basically shows that you are expert in using Google tools, you have found out different ways, and you have found a way to integrate technology in your classroom with your students to bring in more creativity and collaboration and all the four C's that we spoke about. Now, what teachers have been saying after being Google Certified Educator Level 2 is that they say that they get more confidence in assisting their classrooms with this technology. And they can also help their colleagues, their teachers to understand. The next one is now both of these are required for the next three things that I have written here. So the first one is Google Certified Trainer. Well, you are Google Certified Educator Level 1, Level 2. What do you do next? Now, if you really want to help more teachers and more educators around you learn all this technology and tools, you can apply to be a trainer. So, after you apply to be a trainer, there is a process, and that process we will discuss later in a more detailed session. But if you are authorized by Google that you are a Google certified trainer, you can, it adds up to your resume, first thing. That means you get more empowered. You get to get your name in Google for Education directly, so directory. So whenever you type in you are looking for a trainer, you go to Google for Education directory, you type, let's say you type one of our names, Narjeet ma'am, my name, or Dr. Waria, or Sangeeta ma'am, like those who are trainers, just type in the name and you will be able to see where to find us if you need some training. So you can be a trainer for your school district, or anybody around you. So you can train them to use Google tools. Then the next one is certified coach. Now, as trainer, you can train a bunch of people at the same time, in a lot of people. As a coach, you can teach teachers one-on-one. So let's say you are assigned from your school a role of that this particular teacher needs help with integrating technology in the classroom. Can you help her? Can you find problems? Can you suggest her what to do? So you work with one teacher. So that is Google certified coach. So and another thing that is, I love it and I am looking forward to how to utilize this program, is called as Google Innovator Academy. So being a Google innovator indicates that you bring up a question in your mind. See, we all are educators, we always feel ye aise nahi waisa hona chahiye tha, what should I do to change this thing, right? I wish I was a principal, or I wish I had the authority to change things. But everybody has that power, right? We are all educators, so somebody has to start. So if you are passionate about a certain thing in your classroom, in your school, in the whole education system, that you really feel needs a change, or you want to do something about it, that is where you fill in the Google Innovator application form. Now, it is a very selective academy. Not everybody who has applied is selected, because it is all over the world. If you are selected in one of these programs, innovator program, you go through, you meet other educators with the similar program. You have academy that goes on for 8 weeks with people from Google as well as innovators. And then you have a one-on-one mentorship with you're assigned a mentor, and you work together to achieve your project, to complete your project. So I think it is wonderful if you are an educator and you really are passionate about something that you want to change or bring in more innovation. So these are the programs as of now, and they are wonderful. I promise you, trust me, they just bring in a lot of confidence in yourself. Now, all these programs are available on Google for Education website. I will post the link here. Just go through it, read the certification overview, and we'll discuss more about how to do it as well later.
Vishma, I've already posted the link.
Wonderful.
Right?
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Narji.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that is all about Google for education certification, specially. So Mukta ma'am, I'm sure she will help you more with as the sessions continue later on as well.
Yes, thanks a lot, Reshma ma'am. Thanks everyone for joining us. And this sessions will continue with more and more enriching things, whatever my community, my teachers want to. We have like some membership forms here. Reshma ma'am has already put the links of this. Kindly fill that off, the membership form, whatever you want to learn more and more, and I'll come back again once again in the coming weeks with much more interesting things, sessions of these. Once again, I want to thanks everyone present here for joining today's session of GEG Ghaziabad launch session, and to all of my special guests, Dr. Narji, Dr. Varia, and Reshma ma'am, for helping me a lot in this like start journey. I was a little bit depressed and like in tension, but thanks a lot for everything. And here's the attendance form. You can just fill up the attendance form so that I'll be catch hold of you later on. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much, Mukta ma'am, and it was a wonderful session. And congratulations once again. And we'll see you soon on more sessions on GEG Ghaziabad. Bye bye, all of you, and thanks for joining
Bye-bye.
us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
bye bye.
Namaste.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
joining and congratulations.